dragged across each zone. You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill,
a first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. At the 42-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. He completes it to Jones. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Brings up 3rd and 12.
On the double. 58, Mike. Here we go. Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now Benjamin. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Let's go
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Just like that. Just like that.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it second down and 11. On second and 11 now. Murray flushed out right. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gostkowski with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
I got you, boy. Check 4. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run with McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Complete to Evan Ingram.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Watch the pass.
On third down, Brissett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, for the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, he'll rifle this one. It's caught inside the 25. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll run here with Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Powerful running. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And he's got Booker. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down. To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Kyler Murray, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 17-3. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Touchdown, Vikings. Christian McCaffrey, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On second down, here's Murray. Being chased. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes, right side. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check three.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down.
65. Check it back.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
Check 50.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Got his target, Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Minnesota.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. The 1st down throw for Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. 39 yards there. A big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. Oh, a nice spin. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Push him back. Push him back.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really...
Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come over with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
He's back to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. We're set now, 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Down to a knee goes Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.